That's it. Video time. Guys, it's time to get okay. Back in 2018, I made a video called Don't Play Smash or Pass with Your Subscribers. It was about this kid named Wavy Osvaldo. And pretty much the premise of his YouTube channel was he would have girls DM him selfies, and he would rate them based on their opinions.
I'm gonna get a 5, but I'm gonna don't be saying no, don't fucking stupid shit.
It was really weird and it was really neat. And frankly, I didn't like it. At the time, his channel was actually bigger than mine. He had somewhere around 50,000.
Another 29.
Yeah,
That had like a 5.9 tutorial.
This is the content that YouTube is desperately needed. But when you go and check his channel now, it's kind of a ghost town. All of those old videos are gone. He's not posting anymore, and his subscriber growth pretty much stopped completely. I'm guessing that YouTube shut the party down because he was posting a lot of sexual content, and he was forth. He posted a video saying he was starting a new channel, which leads me to believe that YouTube turned off his monetization because he was violating a bunch of community guidelines. But it doesn't really look like he's doing anything over on that channel either. Just one video. It's kind of hey, I'm gonna be posting video that everybody posts.
Yo, Dero, do you know who YonderDev/Alex is?
Maybe you guys really you guys are perceived as an internet star anymore. Maybe he just wants to go to school.
My man shoots every day and plays games.
Plays civil engineering.
What are your thoughts on him as a person? Fuck.
That's like me spending 6 years making a token. Too. Actually,
oh. So, I guess he's on TikTok now. I wonder if he got a portion of his 50,000.
I wish he would just build this game.
Well, it couldn't hurt to just check it out. See what he's up to.
No, it's taking him this long.
Still has no followers. Oh! Great sense of humor to that cherry. What's Randy doing there? So many followers. So bad. Still working well. I never use TikTok. I don't know anything about TikTok. I don't have the app on the phone. I just been looking at the desktop version results of them. But gosh, Jordan, if I were to try after seeing this, if freaking Wavy Osvaldo can get 500,000 followers, I can too. Right? So guys, I do a lot of talking on this channel. I think it's about time I started. So that's exactly what I did. I started watching. I walked and I
the Madeira.
different because the Wi-Fi is better out there. The Wi-Fi is better out here. So like I said, I know much about TikTok. I know a couple of memes that I've seen were born there, and I've seen like Cody and Curtis make fun of people on there, but I don't know what makes it tick. Like, you still have to grow a TikTok account and become famous out there. What do you have to do? Research. So that's exactly what I did. I did my research. After downloading the app and selecting all of my interests, I started scrolling. I scrolled and I scrolled. I wasn't exactly sure what I was seeing at first. It seemed like the app was feeding me a lot of hillbilly content.
If you didn't be waiting for me on the porch, and I come home for lunch and fall over that porch, what are you doing?
I'm not judging.
Why was that the first thing it chose to show a brand user? I don't know. I was very confused. The algorithm must have noticed that I wasn't engaging with any of those videos, so they started switching things up a little bit. none of it was anything. It's about an hour consuming whatever the TikTok algorithm we send my homepage. I came to a conclusion. Okay, I don't like this app. It's all just recycled memes and lip syncing and people stealing each other's jokes. This doesn't feel right. It feels like the last word of my life was a bad accident. It's like if you took their Instagram account and turned it into a teenager and then multiplied it into 1,000 different people. That's basically what the TikTok page is.
Fucking close it, man. Close the fucking token menu, Beepo. Fucking dumbass.
The exact same audio snippet and not change anything about it and still somehow get tons and tons of views.
Now that's the same thing. But you put that.
Like, or this app is terrible. The way you see it, if you can't beat them, join. I realized that the best way to become TikTok famous was to fall right in line with what other successful accounts were already doing. So I decided to copy popular videos beat for beat in an attempt to pull in followers quickly. It's a proven formula, so why waste time trying to be creative when I can just do something that I know is going to work? And my first victim would be none other than Wavy and was followed by. The first thing I had to do was set up my profile. I didn't want to use my real name because I thought that might be unfair to the experiment. I want my followers to be genuine, so I'd have to go undercover. Then I had to upload a profile picture. I tried my best to take a cool, aesthetically pleasing photo, but I couldn't get past the fact that I looked like a creepy 30-year-old trapped in a 23-year-old body. So I edited a picture of me from high school to be more relatable to me. Alright, guys. Trying to be as true to the source material as I can. He looks like he's just in his bathroom or something. So here I am in my bathroom. I want to do it right. Okay, I want to do it exactly the way I did. So I'm really try to do that. Okay, and this is funny. It looks like he just puts a bunch of names on the screen, and I'm guessing that's supposed to be what he put those names to there or something. So let's just try. Okay. One more thing, I'm going to be replacing all of the copyrighted music in this video with royalty-free music for my own songs because YouTube will exterminate anybody who thinks about using copyrighted music in their videos. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, it took me a minute to get familiar with how to edit the TikTok, but once I figured it out, it was pretty straightforward. I didn't just want to copy the videos though, I also needed to copy the description and hashtags word for word if I wanted this to work. I noticed that he just let me use his hashtags, and that's what you have to do to get the algorithm to pick up your video and show people, so I'm just going to copy exactly what his hashtags were. That hashtag for you paw is actually supposed to be for you page, but I guess I will dedicate this video to my father. Alright guys, this is the moment of truth. I'm about to post my very first TikTok. I'm very confident that I'm going to go viral instantaneously. Here we go, post! It was the most incredible feeling of my entire life. I had just taken the first step on my road to TikTok stardom. Already about famous. I spent the next few hours recreating over a dozen of Wavy's TikToks.
Fuck you, man.
Success.
Dero, do you ever like hit the ice cream gate and you just like face the opposite direction? That happens like really rarely. Happened on the 16 door. That's fucking like, ain't that just some dumbass shit? Fuck you! I fucking hate this game, dude.
Seriously, already?
This is such bullshit. All I want is just a free ass fucking world record. Free ass fucking 4x, dude. Not happening at this fucking rate, that's for goddamn sure.
I spent the rest of the night making a few more TikToks, and then I went to bed. I'm not sure of what the morning would bring.
Isn't TikTok gonna get banned or some shit?
I checked my page the next day. I was actually pretty surprised. I had over 800 followers, and a few of the videos that I posted had thousands of views and likes. I was starting to believe my theory that literally anybody can get popular on TikTok if you follow the formula close enough, but I wasn't anywhere near famous.
Do lasting fragrances begin in nature. Airways into the
50,000 views, it might seem like a lot, but these kids are pulling in millions per video. I felt like I was doing everything right. There was only one thing that I could think of that could possibly be holding me back: my appearance. TikTok stars are young. They're hip. They've got wicked jawlines. I'm 23. I've had the same pair of sweatpants since my freshman year of high school. I have the side profile of an Arctic puppet, but that doesn't mean I can't fake it. So I set out to become an e-boy. First, I went to my parents' house to have my mom cut my hair. Yeah, you heard me. My mom cuts my hair. I used to be a hairdresser and has been cutting it for my entire life. I asked her to make me look like a fuckboy. She didn't know what that meant, but she tried her best. Most of these TikTok stars couldn't grow facial hair if their lives depended on it, so that was the next thing to go. I contemplated keeping a mustache, but ultimately didn't want to deal with the harassment that always seems to come with having one on the internet. It's 2020, people. Stop shaming mustaches. They look fine. Alright, mind your own business. I thought it would be a nice touch to get my ears pierced as well. In hindsight, this absolutely was not necessary, and I regretted my decision almost immediately. But the show must go on. The final touch was whitening my teeth. Everyone's a sucker for a nice, bright smile. So that was the new look. I was ready to dive back into making myself famous. I spent a lot of time studying latest TikToks, so I felt like I was ready to start making my own without having to fully copy his anymore. I was still following the same formula, but I started to put my own spin on his style. I was becoming a spam guy. For example, in the videos, you call out specific names in hopes of those people sharing the video. I figured that if I wanted to reach as many people as possible, I should be using the most common names. So imagine my shock when I noticed that the top Gen Z girl names lined up
Fuck off! I'm not holding W. I didn't press E.
That clever little bastard, always one step ahead of me. I was really starting to get into the group of things. It was only taking a couple of minutes to make each TikTok, and I was turning them out one after another. I even subtly wore my own merch in hopes of slowly manipulating people into wanting to buy it. Yes, buy my merch. Don't tell the FTC. Things were looking great.
Okay, I was gonna be fucking pissed if that didn't happen.
A lot of people were starting to recognize me. The comments from my YouTube audience were flooding in. I was even getting DMs on Instagram asking what was going on. I did my best to control the situation, but I was running out of time. I started to think that maybe it was time to try something completely different. The weeks were looking fine, but I needed to seriously find
It's so fucking cringe.
I remember hearing Cody talk about POV videos on his channel once.
That's it, but that's fucking garbage.
It still seemed to be fairly popular.
I need shoot after this shit. God, that was so fucking bad. I need to look at my exits after this. Look at this pile of J-Nugs, man. Look at these J-Nugs. You know what J-Nug stands for, right, Dero?
Officially stoops.
These J-Nugs. On stream, look.
These
are Jizz Nuggets. J-Nugs. Fucking shit, dude. I'm taking damage.
I noticed that I was starting to go down a really weird path, and I was down. When I finally sat down and watched all of the TikToks that I had made, I was disgusted. It's hard to see myself like this. I want to crawl out of my skin every time I give the camera this look, or every time I try to trick people into liking and sharing the video. This isn't me, even if it is all just an experiment. I figured that I should sleep on it and check again. So, when I got up the next day, I couldn't believe how many comments I had. There were hundreds of them. And these were real people who were genuinely enjoying and connecting with the TikToks that I was posting. They were kids hoping that their crush would text them or that they would get good grades in school. They weren't just usernames on a screen. They had lives outside of this app. And I was just feeding them bullshit. I had to ask myself, Is it worth it? Is it worth throwing all of my self-respect out the window just for a little bit of clout? Is it worth selling my soul for a few likes? Do I really want to be known as the cringy douchebag who posts spam on the child predator? One of my videos got over 250,000 views and 20,000
record pace. Yeah.
Definitely find a follower here. But just like Calvin Johnson at the peak of his career, ultimately, I decided it was time for me to walk away.
Imagine if Sunfight was like a platformer. Like there was a huge ass stage and you had to do like really good movement to hit a bunch of buttons or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Poggy? Oh god. Pace pal in my chat. God damn it. I was so dumb.
Space. Chat.
America's no marketplace by download for card. If the athletes are hoping to earn some extra.
And like, it's gonna keep using house. This whole.
They did. Derek, statements
Okay. Shift left, get jacked up, great guess, upside down folks. Bring it over clip, jack left, drop a big guess.
It's your trick.
Was the next YouTube star? I know, right? What concept? Well, actually, they were competing to be the next
Where is
high.
it, man? Where is it?
So we down and yeah, I think we could. Michael Jordan, Rosie the Riveter, the brothers right down. Oh, yeah, he's in a no, despite the sort of inherently like being a really fun show at the time,
Andrew,
I was
you want to guess the time?
Okay, every single week to see what was going on. This show was really cool back in 2005. So keep that in mind as I do for the rest of this video.
We received thousands of video submissions and narrowed it down to our top 5 to gather here in Hollywood. Our judge will critique those video submissions to be narrowed down to our top 10. They will then complete a series of challenges with time constraints and specific.
No, you're fucking kidding, dude.
Enter the studio.
You're
The show was
capping.
kind of based on small challenges, so the contestants would have to do certain things within these videos that they were making every day. They would have to center the video around a certain topic, or use certain props, or locations that they were given, stuff like that. It was kind of like a combination of Last Comic Standing and
Oh my god.
Guide games. The show was hosted by a YouTuber and everyone's favorite Disney 365 host, Chester C.
Yeah. You guys are capping.
Judges were legendary.
Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes,
Subscribe.
and views on bigfollows.com.
Was Christine Lake.
I'm modding him. I'm giving him moderator.
TEFL spot, Christine Lake. Using that word page in there. So this is really about becoming the next administrator, right? Why is Christine Lake here? Why did it make sense? He was and still big.
Yeah.
Chester had a really big YouTube following. So I see why those two are. Right? Her numbers really tough.
Oh my gosh, you can read numbers. Good for you. These are only questions best asked to the producers that hired me. Well, I see what has to do with the content I currently produce in LA. Case in point, you've never heard Simon Cowell sing. Should he judge a singing contest? Anything does not make fun. Does she judge private Brooklyn? Check out my IMDb. You may have seen what I've done in my career in the 90s.
Jeez. Okay. IMDb. Let's see.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like she was in Beverly Hills, Chihuahua 2. Nice. And something called Hook.
I'm not enthusiastic about this one just because.
So who was the producer?
I don't know. I made so much fucking dumbass mistakes. Whatever. I'm gonna switch categories to Mario 64.
Somebody's ability to be
I want to see how optimized I can get that. And I kind of just don't want to run this category because, you know what? A 17 4X is pushing the fucking game to its limits.